Welcome to session 7 of our energy series, how to build and increase that energy and that fire within. Today we're going to add on a couple of more standing poses, a couple of the warrior postures actually, that are incredibly grounding but strengthening at the same time. So we'll enjoy those. First of all, we're going to start with our mountain pose. Ground through the feet. This time we can even take the hand to the belly, right hand through to the belly. Start with the feet. Ground through the feet, lifting the toes, ankles, calves, kneecaps, quads, tuck under the pelvis, belly button moves toward the spine, lengthen through the back, roll the shoulders back, extend the hands, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown of the head, the back of the neck, gaze down the nose and deepen the breath. Feeling the breath move all the way down into the belly. Feel the hand rise and fall with each breath. So completely active in the fingers, toes, legs, arms, spine, chest, but relaxed in the breath. Soften the eyes, release the jaw. Breathing as deeply as you can. Just 2 more here. Belly rising and falling. We're going to come into our, like I say, our warrior poses. We're going to start with mountain pose at the top of the mat. We're going to step our right foot back, just over leg length. And we're going to take our heel down to the mat. Our toes are about 45 degrees. Our left foot, toe is pointing directly in front of us, but our right foot is about 45 degrees. Equal pressure through the outside as well as the inside. From our warrior 1, take the hands to the hips. Now we want to square the hips to the front of our mat, keeping them parallel to the front edge of our mat. Now if that's not happening, just bring that back foot further around. So you're like on railroad tracks instead of a tightrope. And then the right hip starts to come around and square to the front of your mat. From here, as we bend into the front knee, we sweep the hands high. Ground through the feet, press down through the mat into the earth. This front leg becomes parallel with your mat. Once again, we're lifting through the fingers, but we're not moving the shoulders. We're keeping the arms back in the shoulder socket. We're sinking them down the back. Good. Press into the legs. Come back up. I'm going to keep the feet basically where they are into our warrior 2, which is your pelvis, your hips are pointing basically the same direction as the toe, about 45 degrees. This time, as we bend into the front knee, we take the hands wide. Separate the shoulder blade, but remember the shoulders aren't around the ears, they're moving down the back. Bend into this front knee, but keep this front knee rolling towards the pinky toes, and keep it rolling out. You don't want to put any pressure on that knee. Good, slowly release. Step the right foot forward beside the left, just try it again on the opposite side. From our mountain, inhale, reaching tall, exhale, stepping back, heel back, toes forward. Point this front toe directly in front of you. Hands through the hips and square the hips. And adjust that back leg so the hips can become square. So we're opening up through this left hip. Opening up through the hip flexor, opening up through the outside of the hip. Really getting in there a little bit. And then once the hips are square, sweep the hands high, sink down through the front knee. Stay active in that back leg, equal weight in the front leg as well as the back. Soften the eyes, soften the jaw. If it feels alright, you can sink even a little further. Don't want to take the hips any lower than the knee though. Release the hands down. We'll separate the hands wide into a warrior 2. This front knee, roll it out. We don't want to tuck the pelvis out, tuck it under. Extend the hands, ground through the feet, and separate. Be active in the hands. And find a focus point in the middle finger of your leading hand. Slightly tip back the upper body so your shoulders are over top of your hips. And now deepen your breath. So it starts to become a little bit just uncomfortable in the thighs and the quads. Deepen your breath so you're breathing all the way down into the belly. Good. Release the hands. Step the left forward beside the right. And find your mountain pose again. From here, we're going to move through to our flow and incorporate those warrior poses. So ground down into your mat. Reaching tall. On the inhale, we sweep the hands high. Exhale, forward fold.
Soften the knees, release the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step both feet back through our downward dog. Hinge the hips, lift them high. We'll move through a bit of a flow. First inhale, we'll come through to high plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to your mat. Inhale, scoop the chest into cobra. Exhale, lower the chest. Press through the hands, lifting and hinging the hips. Back to our down dog. We're going to touch our toes together here, kind of equally balanced on the feet. And on the inhale, we'll lift the right leg high. Flexing the toes back towards our mat, kicking through the heels, but level the hips. And then bring the knee to the chest, weight comes forward over the wrist, and step that foot inside of the right wrist. Ground down to the back heel, hands come through to the hips. Sweep the hands high into warrior one. Good. Lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the fingertips, warrior two. And keep that front knee rolling out. Sink down through the pelvis. Good. Catapult the hands either side of the front foot. Step back through downward dog. We're going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. We'll go through a bit of a flow before we do that. Inhale, come through into high plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down or just halfway down. Inhale, scoop the chest onto the tops of the feet. Up dog or cobra. Tuck the toes. Downward dog. Touch the toes together, lifting to the left. Knee comes through the chest, stepping inside of the left wrist. Ground down to the back heel. Square the hips. And take the hands high, shoulder blades moving down the back. Deepen the breath all the way into the belly. Extend through the hands, separate the shoulder blades. Shoulders moving down the back, warrior two. Your gaze over the middle finger of your leading hand, lengthen through the fingertips. Good. Catapult the hands either side of the front foot. Step back through downward dog. And we'll do that flow one more time. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Scoop the chest, pull it through. Heart reaches forward in front of the thumbs. Tuck the toes. Down dog. Bend the knees, walk the feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands high. All the way back down into your mountain pose. Staying here, breathing deeply into the belly. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Well done today. A couple more stronger poses we're getting into. Starting to feel the heart beat, but staying connected with the breath, staying slow and deep with the breath. We'll let that energy rise. You don't feel exhausted, you feel invigorated after these poses, especially if you're breathing deeply. Concentrate and focus on that awareness of the breath. Well done today. Come back tomorrow. Guess what? a little bit more. Every time, a little bit more. One step along the journey. Keep on your path. You're doing fantastically. I look forward to seeing you for session 8 tomorrow.